Congratulations, Brian.
Thanks, Larry. Good to see you.
You too. You've had a lot of great wins, great titles. Could you put into perspective where this one ranks and what it means for the franchise?
You know, I said in some press thing, give me 6 months. I'm probably going to stick to that. Right now, I'm living in the moment, and I'm just so proud of that group of players, all of them, because it's not just the guys that scored the goals tonight, and it's not just Yaimar and Steph and all of those guys, but it's all the young kids that are coming up, you know, the academy guys. They all get a taste of what this club is all about. And, you know, I'm just super, super proud of the way the team performed throughout this tournament under some adversity. It's not an easy tournament to win. And then, you know, a lot of people were asking me about the subtle pressure about coming here to, you know, perform in front of a large crowd. Well, I think they passed that test. I think they passed it with flying colors.
Go to Maz. I know you have a question there.
Yeah, Brian, just two questions. How are the two injured players? And then what do you, anything to say to the fan base? And because I know that's your main thing about the club and the fan base, and that's important to you.
So Nuhu just had a, you know, thigh contusion, you know, Charlie horse, dead leg. Those are very painful. Sometimes you can't play. And we're looking at JP for a possible ACL tear. Fan base? Thank you for reminding me. I forgot that. Well, I told him after the game that it was freaking awesome. They're awesome. The TIFO was awesome. You know, the connection to the fans and the players is the spirit of this club. And you guys heard it when the teams walked out tonight. That was awesome. It was really awesome. You guys felt the energy in the building. The players felt it. You know, it was spectacular.
We'll stay on this side of the room and then make the mics way over there. Ivis, and then we'll go over to Jeff.
Brian, congrats on
Thank you.
another title. Two different ones for me. First, Raul and Nicholas, when the lights are the brightest, if they're healthy, they deliver. It just seems like game after game, the bigger the game. What is that? What do you think when you knowing you have two guys like that for a game like this? As a coach, how much comfort does that give you? And as far as Garth goes, and this trophy, it's kind of like his Moby Dick after the whole Real Salt Lake loss. And you know, Adrian yesterday talked about how Garth would bring it up over and over, even early days when things didn't go so well in this tournament. What does it mean for you to kind of help him kind of get that monkey off his back?
He stated when he first came here in 2015, I saw his interview and everything. I mean, it was something that he had participated in, got really close with RSL, and I think that was a little bit of a personal plus club goal. And kudos to him, he achieved what he came here to do. Now, he had a ton of help from the players and the staff and Chris Henderson and Craig and everybody, but Garth does a great job. So credit to him for getting a bunch of good players together, and you know that's you know it's a statement for himself, but it's also a statement for the club, which is I know what he would say. I know what he's going to say. He's going to deflect a little bit. He's going to say, well, this, but he does a good job. And then as far as Raul and Nico, I mean, Raul's a killer, okay, in a good way, not in a bad way. And, you know, NFL, they have the franchise tag players. Isn't that what they have? You can call Nico the, you know, franchise player.
Jeff?
Brian, I know you've been trying to keep questions about the possible history that your team was going to make kind of at arm's length running into this, but now that you've crossed that finish line, I mean, how gratifying is it to be the first MLS team to win under this format?
Yeah, again, I'm so proud of that group of players, all of them. I'm proud of the coaching staff, you know, because they put in a lot of hours, a lot of effort. You know, my former coaches, Gonzo and Jimmy, did a great job as well, keeping Nuhu on board, you know, helping develop. Well, Gonzo was a player then when he helped Christian Roldan as a young player. the whole staff, the backroom staff, Chris Cornish and his staff, Sean and all the performance guys. I mean, it's been a team effort to push this over the line. Again, I can't understate it. This is a hard tournament to win. And yes, we accomplished it, and they're all happy in there, and we're going to move forward. We got a game against Dallas on the weekend.
Go Sam and then Jeremiah.
Congratulations, Brian. You took off Nico, Raul, and Jordan in stoppage time. Nico and Raul were walking off together. The ovation was tremendous. It looked like you had some meaningful embraces with each of them as they came off. What was that moment like for you? The game is in hand. You have your 3 star attackers coming off, 2 of the goal scorers, and the hometown kid. What was that moment like, and is that sort of when it was settling in for you?
Well, I mean, look, I hugged all my players when they came off the field, and during the celebration, I made sure I congratulated each and every one of them. But look, I was just happy that the game kind of unfolded to give me an opportunity to give those 3 players their due. Because, look, we talk about, Nico and Raul, but you can throw Jordan in there, you can throw Christian, I can't sub Steph out for a standing ovation, but you guys get the gesture, right? It's just the respect that the fans again can give them a little bit of love as they come off the field for a job well done.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, Brian, congratulations. If you could just describe sort of the emotions of the second goal, which I imagine was a little bit more of a relief than the first one, and
Well,
kind of maybe where it started.
Maybe.
Or what? I mean, if you could describe the emotions of, sure, the second goal.
I'll start with the second one, Jeremiah, because when you guys watch that, I just watched that in the locker room. Albert Rusnak had a really good moment of composure and calmate, and he had 3 guys around him. He was dribbling one way, had 3 guys in front of him, stopped, turned, connected. I think it was Christian, Alex, and then Alex laid the ball into Jordan. But Albert's composure in that moment is exactly what we needed, because Pumas came out in the second half when it was 1-0 and Steph made that save. They were on top of us, and we couldn't get a hold of the ball. And we're on the bench, we're like, oh, what can we do? Can we make subs? No, we can't make subs. How are we going to get message to the team? How are we going to get that little bit of composure that we need? And Albert delivered in that moment. And so credit to him for starting that sequence for that second goal.
Go to Tim and then over to Zoom.
Hey, Brian. You were sitting next to Sig back in 2013 when you guys got to the semifinals, and you mentioned how tough the tournament is to win. Are there a few things you look back on and say, we've improved in these different ways since that semifinal run that have gotten us to this point now where we're in a position to win the title?
I can't give you the details, Tim. It's a long time ago, but we certainly have learned throughout the years all of these experiences. Myself personally as a coach, working with one of the greatest MLS coaches ever, yes, I took a lot of experiences from Zig and, put them into my own coaching. Yes, Tommy Dutra was there with us. We knew what those situations were like. I think it's a little bit too far back. I think if I fast forward just a little bit, to 2020, and 2021 was a failure, and we were motivated. We had back-to-back 1920, kind of the same group, core group. 21 was a disappointment, super motivated to start the year. And then, CCL comes around, and the Leagues Cup final from last year helped us, I think, more. And then, obviously the result down in Honduras was tough. Leon with, Freddie Montero leading the way, that experience helped us against Pumas.
Okay, over to Zoom.
Okay, Charles Boehm, you have the floor.
Go ahead.
Congrats, Coach. I know you prefer to talk about your players and other people, but I hope to get you to talk about yourself. you had to wait so long for your opportunity to be a head coach in this league and to reach territory that no MLS coach has reached in 20 years. It says a lot in addition to all your other achievements. Just want to ask where this stands in your life and your career.
Well, obviously, it's very big. I'm going to defer again to all of the great coaches in MLS. You know, Bob had a shot at it. Bruce had a tremendous year last year. Peter does a great job. Adrian Heath, Oscar, Steve Cherundolo, my good friend Gio Savarese in Portland. I mean, there's a lot of talented coaches in MLS. This was going to happen at some point. Yes, I feel fortunate that I'm with a really strong organization, forward-thinking, proactive organization, and I had a chance to do it, yes. But I think there's going to be more success following our success. So again, I would hark back to, give me 6 months. Let me get past Dallas again. Let me get past the Open Cup game at Starfire, which is going to be a big deal. Let me get through some of those games, and I can maybe reflect a little bit more.
We'll take 2 more questions. Sergio Venegas.
Thank you very much. This is Sergio Venegas from Mexico City, Deportes.com. Congratulations, Coach, on defeating Pumas and winning the CONCACAF League, Champions League. So I want to ask you, today you just proved how supposed to be playing a perfect final in both legs, because you show the first game, you just tie the game, get the draw, and today just show the perfect way to defeat Mexican teams, and that is a lesson that the next coach that try to equal or do the same thing that you do today will copy that, I don't know, that formula, or I don't know how to express that kind of situation, because it's 16 years past to one team of the MLS defeat a Mexican team, and once again, congratulations for this excellent tournament and getting the trophy.
Thank you as always for your enthusiasm with your questions. I don't know exactly how to answer that question, but what I would say is that the team, again, has a lot of grit and resolve, and they never quit when we were down in Mexico playing against Pumas. And then up here, yes, I think, I think we got the tactics right. They switched to a 4-1-4-1 to start the game. We were prepared for that. And, Raul's goal right before halftime certainly helped us. But we talked all week about our transition moments, because that's where we were very good against Lyon. That's where we were very good against New York City here at home. And I think that second goal really is the key goal for us to push us into this championship.
Final question with Jada Evans.
Thank you. Congratulations, Brian, on the win. I wanted to know what the locker room was like at halftime when you do have that 1-0 lead. But as you know, Pumas is a strong team as far as comebacks and whatnot. So what was the message like, or the mood at halftime?
Well, the message was just tweaking our tactics, Jada. But obviously, we were ahead at halftime. So we were in the driver's seat. We could dictate our tactics to them. They were the ones that had to come out and, push the game and try and score a goal. So I think there was a good resolve within the group. I think we talked about some things defensively. I think we tweaked a couple of things in our attacking movements. So the halftime was calm, but right now it's probably going off. Is that what young people say?
I don't think so, Coach.
Oh, okay, all right. No.